All right, welcome everybody. This is Nathan from F45 Largo East. We're so excited to have another Zoom presentation. And today we're gonna be talking about nutrition. Pam Leverling is with us tonight. And what can I say? She's amazing. She's the real deal. She's a NASM certified personal trainer. She is a nutrition coach, but she's more than a nutrition coach. She's looking at the full package of kind of what we're doing here. And I say she's a real deal because she has specific life experience that makes her super qualified to be talking to us today and to any one of you with her business. This is going to be, I think, a pretty quick presentation, and then we'll have a Q&A session. So anytime you can type something in chat, and then we'll open it up at the end. But again, Pam, amazing. We're looking forward. Your topic is timely. And we all know that it's more than just exercise and food. There's a whole package here, a whole area, sphere of influence, and everything we need to put together to make this happen, not only to be happy, to be successful, and overall wellness. So thank you so much. Go ahead and kick it off.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me, Nathan. I really appreciate it. It's so great talking with you all. And, you know, my name is Pam Levering. I am a certified personal trainer and health coach, just like Nathan said. And my passion is to help people gain health in their lives. And health is not just a weight, not just a size, it's not just a feeling. Health is so much more. And we're going to talk about some factors that will help guide you to move forward in your health. But what does health mean, right? What does health mean to us? It gives us vibrancy, it gives us energy, mental clarity. It reduces our chances of cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, stroke. It gives us strong bones and teeth, and it puts us in a better mood when we're healthy and we're feeling great. And I know that this is a really interesting season that we're in. It's, you know, with COVID, we were just talking about that before we started, and school transition, all these changes, high stress, some job changes, maybe coming home and working from home. So all these different things going on. But when you look at health overall, and we're going to talk about stress too, but when you look at health overall, fundamentally, health is a choice. Okay, so we have these environmental stressors going on, and they're increasing, and so our personal stress is increasing. But what can we do that's in our control to strategize against these stressors, but also to move forward in our health? And so there's many factors that have to do with our overall health. And when I say overall health, and I really believe in healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy spirit. Okay, so, but when we're looking at all these different factors that affect our health, I'm going to be talking about 4 fundamental factors. There's more than that, but we're going to talk about 4, because what are we talking about is when we can make decisions. And Nathan, it's not allowing me to share my screen. But when we're making these decisions to move forward, there are certain things that are in our control. And if we make the decisions based on what's in our control, our overall health is going to improve. Thank you so much. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm going to share my screen. And really, this is just for kind of give you some talking points here. But when we're looking at these 4 factors, it makes things broken down into a really simple thing that we can do every day. So when we're looking at health, we're looking at doing and making all these changes all over time. And if we're trying to make all these changes at one time, it gets to be overwhelming. But when we are looking at just little factors that we're gonna talk about, and the reason why they're important and how you can improve in this area, your overall health is going to improve, your weight's going to improve, and our life is going to improve. So 4 factors that are really important that we have control over in our daily choices are water, movement, which you guys are a part of F45 and doing an amazing exercise there, and movement, good nutrition, and sleep. Now, listen, if one of these things is out of balance, then our health is out of balance. So water, you know, a good goal for water intake is 64 ounces of water every day. And why do we have that goal? Because our our body functions on water, not on coffee, not on soda, not on energy drinks, but it really needs water to flush the system, keep our organs functioning properly. It speeds up your metabolism. It gives you natural energy. It gives you mental clarity. It helps you have a clear complexion, beautiful skin. It decreases cravings and overeating and increases your mood. And that's just water. Okay, so that's just water from the tap. You know, that's just drinking your water every day, 64 ounces of water. And so that's factor one. Second factor is movement. And really the goal is to get your body moving at least 30 minutes a day. And I'm sure that you guys have heard this, and I love that you're a part of this amazing challenge that you're doing. And I love F45 and the fundamental training. It's great. So you have that. But really being committed to that, and I don't know how many days a week that you're doing it, but at least moving 30 minutes a day. So on the days that you're not training, even walking on those days is ideal for overall health. And why do we move? Well, it increases your metabolism. It strengthens your bones and your muscle. It increases your flexibility, increases activities of daily living, tasks that we don't even normally think about doing, we just do them. But tasks and activities of daily living can be, you know, reaching down on the ground to pick something up, tying your shoes, those things that we take for granted. It's all a part of movement, and that's why it's so important that we keep moving. It decreases your risk of heart disease. It increases your mood and mental clarity, increases learning and thinking and judgment skills, keeping those skills sharp as we age, increases sleep, decreases reduce of risk of falls, and decreases stress. And in fact, movement and exercise is my favorite stress reliever, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But that is why we move. So not just to have strong muscles and to be really fit and look great in our bathing suit, but the fact that we're moving and staying flexible is going to keep us moving and flexible for, you know, as we age and get older. So the third factor is nutrition. Now remember, all these things are in our control. Okay, so we can be intentional about making these decisions every day, intentional about drinking water, intentional about getting a workout in, and intentional about eating well and good nutrition. So food is fuel. The goal is to eat foods from the 4 food groups: the grains, fruits, vegetables, and proteins. And really, you're thinking about a 9-inch plate. So when we're talking about weight management or losing weight, weight control, you know, using that 9-inch plate, and you're looking at as everything as 25%. So 25% of grains, less than 25% of fruit, 25% at least of your vegetables. You can eat a lot more than that, and protein at 25%. Whole foods are so important, less processed foods and refined sugar. And if you're, you know, I don't know if you've done this before, but really eliminated refined sugar can have a really huge, dramatic positive effect on your health, because it will really decrease any inflammation in your body. So eating less sugar. Fresh is best. Fresh vegetables, you know, I know people ask me all the time as a health coach about eating canned vegetables and frozen and fresh. Fresh is best, frozen's next, and we save for when we need to do that. But eating healthy can and will reduce your risk of cancer. It helps with diabetes management. It increases your heart health, increases your stroke prevention, increases health of your next generation, your family, your kids are watching, and increases your memory and mood. So it's interesting to me when we're talking about nutrition and wellness in stressful times, we're talking about drinking your water is going to increase your mood. It's going to increase your mental clarity. When you're exercising, it's going to be a really great stress reducer, but it also increases your mental clarity and your mood. Eating well and getting good nutrition, again, increases your memory, your mood, and what are those things? Those are really positive things that counteract the stress in our lives. And I would be, just to remind you guys too, that this is a stressful time, but you know what? The stress in 6 months might look different, but there's going to be stress going on. We have good stress and bad stress. So all these things are really important that we continue to work on these things. And then the fourth factor is sleep. Trying to get 7.5 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Sleep is critical in health and well-being. And in fact, when we're not getting enough sleep, what happens is our body feels the stress. And we actually have the physical response that our body is in a stress mode if we're not getting enough stress or enough sleep, excuse me. Reduces stress, it reduces inflammation, increases alertness and memory, will help in weight management, increases your mood. Lack of sleep will increase your blood pressure. Getting all that sleep will boost your immune system, so keep you healthy, and helps to steady blood sugars. So and these are just 4 factors. So as a coach, I help people in other different areas of health because we're looking at the whole person. But when you are looking at times in a stressful situation, in this stressful time, and we're not really sure where to begin to be healthy, I would pick one of these 4 factors to start with. And I would pick, probably pick water because it's the easiest thing and it's most accessible. But really focusing on each of these factors is going to increase our health, increase our mental health. And I'm not sure if you caught on to that, but when we're increasing that mental health, we're able to handle the stressors in our life a lot better. Okay, so that being said, let's talk about some things that we can do that are in our, oops, sorry about that, that's the wrong one, that are in our control. Okay, how are we going to decrease the stress and anxiety in our lives right now? These are ways that you can immediately lower your stress levels. Okay, so you can do them every day, you can practice them. One is take control of your breath. Okay, and taking control of your breath means you feel anxiety, you feel that, that pressure in the pit of your stomach, you feel it physically, and you just take a moment and you take a deep breath, you inhale 6 seconds, and then you exhale, and then you inhale 6 seconds, you hold it for 2 seconds, and then exhale. And do that a few times, and you're going to physically feel the stress leave your body. So taking control of your breath, okay? The second one is practice the pause. And I don't know if you've heard this before. We use a lot when we're really helping people make healthy decisions where they haven't made them before. And there's some kind of temptation put before them. And so we want to work on saying no to the temptation and moving on. But this is such a good thing to practice the pause when we're talking about a stressful situation. So you have some anxiety, someone said something, you're going through, hearing something on the news, and you practice the pause. You just stop. Think about your next choice. Is the choice that you're going to make help you move forward in your health? Is it going to help you de-stress? Or is it going to take you away from your goal? Is it going to cause more stress? And the reason I bring up practice the pause is I know in this stressful time, I'm sure that you've all heard, the COVID-19 15, and you might have decided to become part of the challenge because you did gain that COVID-19 15. But this is a really great way to practice the pause so that you can make the choice that's going to take you further in your health and not give you a setback. So you just stop. You have the temptation in front of you. You have the stressor. You're stopping yourself before you go to the fridge, before you go to the pantry. You're taking a moment to just think, and really you have that 30 seconds. You can change your mind in 30 seconds. give yourself that pause to think about, okay, do I really want this? Is this going to help me be more stressed, feel worse, feel guilty? Is this going to move me forward in my health, make that really good decision because I've done so great all week? And you decide based on your goals. And that's practice the pause. Then take 5 minutes to meditate. You know, all these things sound really simple, but it takes practice, right? But taking 5 minutes aside in a quiet place, and I know sometimes if any of you are parents, and sometimes that's really hard with young kids running around, but it's important that we do that. And it is an immediate reduction to stress. So when you take 5 minutes to meditate, you separate yourself from other people, you sit quietly, you quiet your mind. Take a deep breath, you can practice your breathing, and then go back to the situation. And you'll find just removing yourself from that stressful situation, from away from the TV, turning the TV off, away from the kids running around in circles, and just remove yourself for that 5 minutes, you will find that you come back to the room rejuvenated and ready to go, and you'll feel a lot less stressed. So what kind of questions do we have? Let me stop sharing this. Do we have any questions? I think it's a really important to remember that life happens, okay? You all have health goals. You're here for a purpose. You're getting more fit. Maybe you're looking to lose weight. Maybe you're looking to de-stress because you have a lot going on in your life. And I would encourage you that your overall health is not just exercise. That is a very important part, but you want to also include these other things in your life. Okay, so your health is going to improve, your weight is going to improve, your physical health is going to improve when we're drinking our water. We're getting movement in. You guys are coming to your class at F45, working with your trainers and doing your thing. You're eating well, eating healthy. We just heard tonight that you guys were making, you know, turkey burgers and sweet potatoes and just this awesome healthy meal, and then getting good sleep. And all these things are so related. So if you're really having a really stressful time and struggling, I would just take a self-reflection and say, okay, so is it this outside environment that I have no control over? Am I allowing that outside environment to control my decisions? Or am I taking control of my health by intentionally doing the things that I know are so important to me? And really, if you don't even know where to start because you're not sure, then keep it simple. Water 64 ounces, you get your movement in, you take your class, you keep your commitment to your class, good nutrition, you're looking at that 9-inch plate, one serving, you're not going back for seconds, you're keeping your 25% whole grains, you're doing at least 25% vegetables, 25% protein, and then 25% or so of fruit. And that's kind of when you're looking at those serving sizes, whole foods, and then sleep. So, I mean, and all these factors are so related that if one thing's out of whack, you're going to feel out of whack, right?
Pam, I really love the pause suggestion that you had. I think it's so empowering to know that, I mean, there's always going to be stress, like you said. There's always going to be situations. I get it. Sometimes there are things that are completely out of our control and it's overwhelming, but we choose the next step. We choose how we're going to engage with that stress. And do we adapt that chaos, that stress, into something that can make us stronger and better as a person, as a community, or do we fall victim to it? And I don't mean to minimize bad situations, but there's a choice in there somewhere.
Absolutely. And and it really helps, what is our response going to be? And just like you said, is it really going to take you away from really how you're living your life and what you have for your goals and what you have for your health. But you can use that in all different areas. I use it a lot with helping people make good decisions as far as eating habits, and that really is such a game changer to, we don't have to be those emotional eaters. We can really take control of that by practicing the pause and putting the control back into, our hands, that we're in the driver's seat. Health is a choice. And so for me, I know I went in through, kind of the benefits of these 4 factors. But the thing is that when we realize the benefits and we do those things to take care of ourselves, and we know that we're improving our health and in different areas that we can improve, I mean, talk about building your confidence. Your confidence and your ability to make the choices later on. So, absolutely.
Anybody else have any questions? I know Celeste and Andy have questions. Nobody else does, but.
No, I enjoyed that presentation. I mean, as simple as those 4 things seem, sometimes, you forget. You really have to be continuously just remembering those simple basic. I mean, even just sleep, as hard as it's to sleep because of the stress, maybe because you're not hydrated or because you're overhydrated. I mean, there's so many things that how they're all linked together.
Yes.
That one really runs into the other. So I mean, it's as basic as it is. It's there's so much more to it. So I like Nate said too, I like the pause. I like the breathing. I know for me, I have to hide for 5 minutes in my house, and it's definitely challenging, but it really makes such a difference.
It
So
does.
those small changes make a big difference.
Exactly. Just like you said, those small changes make a difference. And, some people, you've started this exercise routine, you have maybe a weight loss goal, some kind of ultimate goal, and you're thinking, how can I do all this stuff? How can I perfect all these things? That's what I just say. Health is a journey. Start with one thing. You signed up for the class, you keep showing up, you keep doing it. We're in this challenge. You're going to take part in it and do your very best. And then pick something that you want to work on. Okay, I am not good at my water. I'm going to really work this week on my water. And every day, and track it. Track your water. So, I say 90 ounces a day. If I just know if I drink 3 of my cups, and I drink more, if I drink 3 of those, I have my 90 ounces. I do more than 64. But it's little things like that, those little mind tricks, because your mind decides. You decide to do it, you're going to follow through, and you're going to do it. And then I've got the water down. I've been doing so good at that. I've got 2 weeks down. Okay, well, let's make some changes in your sleep habits. You know which one you really need to focus on. But I just say, just pick one thing and get really good at it. And then you can add the next thing and then the next thing.
Yeah, I like that, breaking it down into small steps so you're forming healthy habits versus those quick fixes.
Absolutely. And we call them micro habits. It's kind of like someone that would love to learn how to do push-ups, but has never done a push-up in their life. So you start small, do a push-up on the wall, and you do 1. You do 1 a day. And then soon you're doing 10 a day, and then soon you're doing, 20, and you're moving on the floor, and it's those little habits, right? You're creating the habit to do it. You're doing it every day. And as you're doing it, you're building strength. And then, it goes from there. Absolutely. I love it. Does anyone else have anything or any questions or anything to add?
Yeah, just piggybacking, Coach Andy here. So it's phenomenal. I love taking the pause too, and then always taking the time to think, is this decision, will I be proud of myself in the future for making this decision? And if you happen to not make the best decision for you in that moment, then to move past it is so just as a reminder to, all the F45 members is keep a positive attitude. We're not all going to be perfect. If we have the goal of 64 ounces of water a day and we don't make it, don't harp on it. Just keep that positive mindset is okay, always improving instead of guilt tripping yourself or, putting that negative mindset, because our thoughts create feelings, and we create actions based on our feelings. So it all coincides with one another. So
Absolutely. I love that so much, Andy. You're so right. And you know what? You don't feel like a failure if you didn't get that 64 ounces of water, and say, okay, so what can I do to be able to do that? Instead of, feeling bad that you weren't perfect at that, and you don't have to be perfect, but allowing yourself to think, okay, well, I would like to improve on that tomorrow. What can I do tomorrow to improve on that? And it really kind of takes your mind in just a new way, and it takes you from being, you can't be critical and creative at the same time. So take that critical, that critique of yourself, and change it to a creative. Well, what can I do differently, and what would that look like? And then make a plan for the next day.
Yeah, I like that too. I think a lot of our members, I mean, really everybody sometimes have that all or nothing mindset. That's something that we have to let go of. If you make a mistake, you have to think of all the other positives that you have going, that you're doing. I know Nate always likes when I, give the example of, if you have one flat tire, you're not going to flatten the other three. That's going to give up and throw the towel in. You're going to fix that tire and move on. It's
Absolutely.
the same, right? Nutrition, everything else. So
Absolutely. So good. And you know what? You're never a failure unless you quit at it.
right.
So, just keep going, just keep trying, just keep moving forward, even if it's just like this tiny incremental, step, and it's worth it. It's so worth it. So good.
Hey, Pam, can you give us just a little bit of information on kind of what you do?
Sure. So, I am a certified personal trainer, but I really focus on my health coaching. And so I really help people move forward in their health to transform their health. And we work on all healthy habits. So I just picked a few tonight that were kind of easy enough to understand the concept and how you can use those to move forward. But we work on all healthy habits. So, sleep, exercise, water intake, getting good nutrition, dealing with emotional eating, and dealing with stress in a healthy way. And so, this is just kind of like a tidbit as far as strategies. I mean, we talk about strategies, and really I work with individuals according to their needs. And so, I create a plan, we move forward in the plan, and I've been doing this for 4.5 years, and I've been able to help hundreds of people really get their health in place, get their life in place. Most people I talk to at first, they want to lose weight. And so really that's kind of where we start, but then I help them realize it's not just about losing weight, because we are just building a healthy lifestyle, putting us into a good structure, and then moving forward. Because if we go on a diet and we lose the weight, we're gonna gain it back. But when we really make those, just like you said, Celeste, those little changes in our lifestyle, we're going to have long-term health for a long time. And that really is the goal. And so I work with all ages. My youngest client is 15. My oldest client is 83. She lost 50 pounds. She's walking 2 miles a day. It's awesome. And I don't know if Nathan, if you were there when one of my clients, his name is Gordon, came in, and we did our own with our group. We kind of did our own challenge at the beginning of the year. And so he came in and did his body scan, but he's lost 120 pounds and he's 71. And, I love talking about health, and I know that we are into fitness and being strong, and that's my favorite. Those are my goals too. But his goal was to be able to get on the ground and play with his great grandbabies and be able to tie his own shoes. And this man is amazing. So, we want to be healthy and fit and strong now. And as we age, we want to be healthy and fit and strong as we age, so we can continue to do all the amazing things that we're doing now, then. So, but it's my passion. I love it. I'd love to answer questions. If anyone had anything that you wanted to, talk one-on-one, I would love to, because we discuss your personal goals. We talk about a plan, and then we move forward. But everything is very individualized.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks, Pam. I mean, this fits right in with our overall mission of wellness, overall
Yes.
wellness, mental, physical, financial wellness.
Yes.
yeah, so this is perfect. Thank you so much for engaging with our Fit family. This is recorded, so I'll make it available to our teams, and we're going to have a repeat performance with you tomorrow morning
Yes.
at 9 a.m.
Yes.
So I took notes, so I'll be able to test you.
Well, hopefully I'll be a little bit more awake in the morning. I'm a morning person, so watch out. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Well-
Have a great evening. Thanks, everybody. Awesome start to the
Yes.
challenge. I love this is such a positive and powerful message to get us headed in the right direction.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Good luck, everybody. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Pam.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks,
You
you
Same
too.
here.
Thank you.